called Storm Warning. Now the sailing boat in this is called Anusha, and that in Hindu means beautiful morning or a star, or morning star. Okay, and it's a story, as I told you before today, but for the benefit of the guests. It's a story of love and friendship, a 5-year-old mystery, a boating disaster that was no accident, duplicity in the art world, and a policeman with a secret other life. Okay, when Georgia Lane began to plan a major retrospective art show, she didn't expect it to become a mission to save the life of a client and expose the duplicity in the art world. There's a bit more to that, but it's not on this page, so we won't get it. Okay, we start. Rain drummed on the iron roof. It rushed over the guttering and gorged the downpipes and clattered against her bedroom windows. Angie Dawson woke, peered through the wet glass at a morning that resembled an ancient Chinese painting of a landscape veiled in mist and mumbled, "Thank God it's Saturday," and pulled the covers over her head. She dozed without guilt until the radio announcer's urgent voice finally penetrated her consciousness. Forecast flooding on the King Kettle River and high tides on the coast. Boat owners are advised to move their craft to safe moorings. Oh God, Anusha, I have to move her. Coming second only to her devotion to Ken, the yacht was the love of her life. Kettle Key was a fair weather mooring, not secure during floods when the heavy rain from the surrounding hills entered the river, rushed downstream, sweeping fallen trees in its wake, crushing debris into Kettle Key, not considered, although the Anusha was a sturdy seagoing sloop, not considered small compared to the many locally owned boats anchored on the river, the timber hull could sustain considerable damage from a river in full flood. Angie fought her way out of the tank of bedding, her mind occupied with the problem, mentally ticking off what she needed to do. Tell someone where you're going, Ken, in Perth. Too early to call him, he'll worry. Send him a text. No time for coffee, I open. I'll have it later. She grabbed the thermos, turned on the electric kettle, and while the water heated, she dashed through the house, gathering her wet weather gear and deck shoes. She filled the thermos, grabbed an apple, and stashed the lot in a duffel bag. She put the phone on speaker and called as she dressed. "Where the hell are you, Georgie? Pick up the phone. Blast. Have to leave a message. Hey, Georgie, Angie here. I have to shift to Anusha. Move it to Kettle Cove. Safer there than here. River might get wild. Need you to drive down, pick me up in about 2 hours. See you." Maybe she's at Adrian's. Better check there. Bloody voicemail again. Oh God, where are they? Hey, Adrian, Angie, have to shift the boat to Kettle Cove. Need to pick up in 2 hours. Gotta go. She logged onto the Weather Channel for updates while she prepared to leave. Right, got thermos, got keys, rain gear, phone, camera, set alarm. Angie slammed the door, jogged to the Range Rover and drove down the sodden road that led to Kettle Key. She had the motor running and was about to cast off when Fred Tyson arrived to move his runnerboat to the boat shed up the river. "Hey Angie, meeting the old girl." He stopped to unhitch the rope from the bollard and threw it to her. "Thanks, Fred." She called the rope and taking her down the cove. Just in time, I'd say. "But it's not too bad out here yet. I should get there well before the weather hits us. Need a lift back? I've sent an SOS to the others. One of them will pick it up." "Well, call me if they don't." "Sure thing, Fred, thanks." "Well, you take care, Angie. You too, Fred." Fred heard Angie's mobile ring as he pulled his runabout's rope close enough to the jetty to allow him to leap on board. He watched Angie steer the Anusha out into midstream and head off downriver. He wished he was young and gay, young enough to have a woman like Angie steering his boat. Georgia worried. Blustery wind and rain made the drive to the bay slower than usual. She hadn't been able to raise an answer on Angie's mobile, although she left messages and a text and it buzzed wireless on the Anusha. It was over an hour since she picked up Angie's message. She parked in the usual place, checked her phone, then walked down to the Anusha's mooring point. The Anusha was not there. 3 hours had passed since Angie's first call, time enough for her to arrive, even if she was chugging against the tide. Should she call Ken? Adrian appeared a few minutes later. "We should call this in, get someone to look for her," she said. Undecided, he gazed across the bay. She's been out in worse than this before. 3 hours? She could have rowed the boat and been here by now. Together they paced the length of the marina, hoping Angie might have chosen another place to moor. When they had nowhere else to look, Adrian said, if she was anywhere near here, she'd answer our signals. 2 calls. Which one will you make? Marine Rescue or Ken? Thank you.
Oh. Are we safe to assume